this is our first video that is related to our deer season for 2020. So before we get kicked off, it only makes sense if we go through our stand locations and tell you about why we might hunt each one in different conditions. That way, as we film throughout the season, you'll be able to know where we are and why we're there. All right, stand location number 1, a brand new stand, is called the Meadow. Now the Meadow gets its name because it's a bean-shaped clearing in the trees, roughly 2 to 2.5 acres in size total. This stand is located at one of the ends of the bean-shaped clearing. We have the timber access road on our right, and then the meadow goes right in front of us and off to our left. On the far side, we have a feeder and a ground mineral plot that we started this summer. This location is a very high traffic area and can be hunted year round. This stand is on the northwest corner of our home farm property. So with that being said, we really want to focus on hunting there when we have a south wind, and southeast would be even better. That way our scent is being blown out of the woods, and if it's a southeast, it will be blown onto our neighbor's property. All right, stand location number 2 is the Fork. Now this stand is approximately 100 yards to the east of the meadow that we just talked about. We are wrapping across our property and slightly down into the timber more. The reason it's called the Fork is because this stand is located at a high traffic intersection. Okay, you have the timber access road, and it will come from your right, and right in front of the stand, it shoots to the south towards the river. From right to the north of the stand is a big alfalfa field, and there is an access road that the deer use from the north and so the back left to come right in and get on the timber access road and to go drink. This stand is good all year, primarily with a south wind, but when hunted in the right conditions, a northwest wind would also be good because it would blow right across the field over the river onto our neighboring land. This stand is going to be used all year really, but focused on when we are in the rut and when their deer are on their feet moving all day long. These intersections are great for catching deer on their feet, and you never know what might walk by.
For our third stand, we have a tree stand overlooking an alfalfa field at the edge of the timber on the southeast corner of the property. This overlooks a pretty good sized alfalfa field with a tree row that's running to the east of us. I'm personally not going to want to hunt this too much in the morning just because that sun coming down on you is really going to be hard to see. We're going to catch the deer hopefully either coming in from running the tree row or cutting out of the timber into the alfalfa field to then run the tree row. It's about 100 yards southeast of the Fork stand, and it has pretty easy access to the river, so we're hoping it's going to be a good one. I think I'm probably going to hunt this one more in rifle season just because potentially you could get 250-yard shots at the farthest corner of this property line, so we'll see how it works.
All right, we're on to our fourth and final main stand that we're going to use on our home farm property for the 2020 season. So we've been working our way to the east and then down south to the alfalfa plot. So from here, we are going to go straight to the west to our fourth and final stand, the Sandhill. Now, the Sandhill is a unique situation. This stand has been moved 3 years in a row, and not due to lack of deer. We had it in a great spot where I was able to harvest a buck in 2018. In 2019, we had 3 big floods on the Nenaskaw River, and an incredible amount of sand was picked up from the sandbars and deposited in the timber in this portion of the woods. Last year, we moved it into an alleyway where there was deer running back and forth all day long. The problem was, it was hard to get a shot because they were too close of range and there wasn't enough shooting alleys. So this year, we moved the stand just about 50 to 60 yards to the south of where it was for the 2019 season, where it's a lot more open, and while we're in the sand, it's still close to their bedding area, and it is in the triangle of where the river bends on our property. So I am hopeful that this location will be good in morning and night, and I think it should even be good in this early season because the deer are moving around, and like I said, it's close to their bedding area. This stand doesn't really depend on the wind because it's down in the middle of the trees and not much breeze will be going through there. So I think we can hunt this on most days. The thing we have to be most careful for is our access to the stand. It's the longest hike we have, and we have to go through a lot of deer trails and bedding areas to get there. Okay.
Does my beard look okay?
Yeah.
Does this shirt make me look fat?
Do you care if your feet are out of it?
I don't care.
Okay.
Clayton, I'm sitting this thing so far down, it's going to be hard for my feet to show up in it anyway.
Oh, we've been going this